out there that I don't know about where it's like the first CC that hits you cannot CC you. Probably not true, and I actually know it's not true, but I don't understand what I just witnessed. So that's my only option at this point.
It's like when Blitz tries to, he tries to grab you, and you're way over here, and then his hook is on the other side, but then it moves
just gets
over to you.
Yeah.
Love
Or
it.
no. What you're talking about is the Morgana binding, where it zooms right past you. The game is like, hey, listen, remember when that Morg bind missed you, and you watched it go past you? Guess what? You've just been snared. That's my favorite part.
Pretty much. Oh my god. I mean, already. Okay, so Silver has to burn Flash there. An extremely aggressive level 1.
Yeah, and that's what
From
I
the
said was going
Nelson's
to
eye.
come over here. The trades you want if you're blue side, you absolutely do as much as possible. Keep trading because you're going to win at this point. But if you're red side, you really want these hard engages immediately from level 1 to 2, especially because you're going to be able to pick up a kill that you're not going to otherwise.
Yeah, that was very close. They'll take the Flash burn. I mean, now Siver's, she's susceptible to that gank from Mord. He's got that big grab with his E. Two and a half minutes into the game. Let's see what we got. Top lane doing a little bit of a skirmish here. Both level 2. Fiora says, I don't want to mess with Tom Kench.
Yeah,
I don't blame
this
him.
This one's going to be. It can favor Fiora a little bit, but if you get that unfortunate death, because it's pretty close in terms of trading. If you get that unfortunate death, you're in trouble. You're just in trouble.
Oh, they're going in. I realize going in on a gank from Silas. Burns. Oh, so Swain burns the Flash. Silas with a great follow-up for the gank there, and they end up getting the Swain despite that Flash burn. You take that. You get the Summoner and the kill. That is a best-case scenario for a gank. I am so, that's great for them. And that's first blood for Irelia. We'll see what she comes back with after the back.
Yeah. What?
Let us wrap.
Yeah.
All right, so Swain hitting level 4 there. Same as Mord, bot lanes. They're coming up to the tower. They're going to back. They want to get some gold here. We'll see what Saber comes back with. Silas gets his Codex.
Maybe a pickaxe. Nope. Longsword. Not quite enough or saving up for it. Yeah. Longsword and control ward. You know what they say? Vision over everything.
I'll buy control wards as AD. Always.
Yeah, that's my flaw. Why would I spend 75 gold?
My support should be doing it.
Exactly. That's why they need to bring the old days back where it was the junglers and the support's job to ward. It wasn't anybody else's. That was it.
It's true. Now that everyone has the ward trinket, it's like, oh, everyone's got a vision score.
Now let's get a little sneak attack in here, but spots the size over here, so no engage coming out. Swain making a little effort to move down just in case something was happening, but he's gonna head right back over to his lane.
Yep, it looks like Fiora almost got the stun there on Tom Kench. Would have been a nice little vital hit there, but a little bit too late on that. It's okay. I see Swain moving here. What's he doing? Is he grabbing that dragon? Looks like he might be grabbing the dragon with Mord. I think they are grabbing the dragon right now. Yep, it looks like, and that's going to be uncontested for sure. Swain is going back to mid. He's going to be like, hey, nothing's going on down here. Don't worry about that. Nothing, Goes right back mid, and they end up with the dragon.
Yeah, a nice pickup to have map awareness and be able to kind of tell where everybody's at this point to pick up a dragon. But Nautilus is going to be absolutely shredded at this point. Nothing, nothing you can do. That's just one of those. You gotta sit there and take it.
Right. I mean, you know, you can maybe queue to a wall, but when you got 3 people on you, what are you supposed to do? You know, you're just done. You got the silence from Soraka that's stunned from Silas. It's tough.
Yeah.
For the knock-up, I guess it's considered.
Fiora wants some stuff, but going to take more damage trading that from the minions than giving back. I know she wants a kill here. She has a 10 CS advantage. She wants to keep this thing going, try to shut down Tom Kench a little bit before he gets some items. But you're doing some damage to yourself.
About 7 minutes into the game here. We got a minor gap. Bot lane CS, about 9 minions, 10 minions. Nothing crazy. Still only 2 kills on Cal Poly here. One to Irelia, one to Soraka. She'll take that gold. Get some more healing power. Mordekaiser's going to take the crab. Gotta love the crab. He gets a level up off that. And he's going. Soraka's going to take out that pink. Oh, she's going to find this one too. She sees it. She's taking it out. She's like, "Look, you know what? This is my lane. I don't really want your pinks around here." Fiora really wants that vital. She's going to queue for that, right? Is she going to queue for that? Nope. Oh, I think she did. Okay, Irelia's going in on Swain a little bit. Oh, okay, we got a gank here from Silas onto the Fiora. Oh, wow. Oh, she's deep. I think she's dead here. Yep, that's hard to beat. Very deep. No real wards except for that tri-bush. Hard to go against that. And bot lane is going hard. We've got Xayah doing a bunch of damage. Sivir is hurting bad. Flashes out and burns the heal. Raka also burned her exhaust. We have Flash and Ignite from Xayah and Nautilus respectively. And we have mid. Mordekaiser coming in doing a little bit of damage. A lot of stuff going on there, but no real results. You know, and that's pretty big, actually. I feel like that's pretty big for Cal Poly here.
But how big, if you could describe it with unique measurements?
Well, you have one summoner bot. It's Soraka with Flash. She can get out if they're ganked, you know. You got Dragon in 2 minutes. None of those will be up. Nautilus is there. He's going to take out the pink like Soraka was doing. He's going to engage. Xayah's trying to do something to help him out. Doesn't want him to die. He's going to try to attack him, try to get some kills. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts when they're both so low. Oh, that just, tell you. But, you know, they're going to keep going. They're going to get some plates instead. You know, you can't get the kills from the, you know, can't get the gold from the kills. You're going to take the gold from the plates. That's one. Oh, Silas is coming in. He does not want them to get these plates. Mordekaiser also coming in. Definitely wants a Sivir here.
Missed it.
Takes the Sivir out. Silas is here now. 3v1. I think he's gone. He's going to ult Mordekaiser maybe? I don't know. He's gone from this, I think. Yep. Okay. So, you know,
I mean, I don't know what that was.
Cal Poly tried. They tried there. Not much you can do. It's unfortunate when they had that low HP. Sivir gets taken out by Mord. It looks like they're still going to be chasing the Irelia. She came down, tried to support them a little bit. I don't think Mord can reach her with his little grabby. Nautilus, such a daring man. Wow. Courageous.
I have respect for the Soraka to not stop the Nautilus back and just try to kill that ward.
Hey, you know, that's... Vision is so important in this game. You'll take the, you'll take the ward kill. You get a couple of gold from that too.
That's true. Yeah. You know, they say battles are won not through kills, but through vision.
Through vision.
That's why, you know,
you can set up whatever you want.
That's why I've never gone a game without 782,000 vision score.
And I think that might be the record. Sivir really wants this plate. She's going to get it solo, 175 gold. That's gorgeous. Mordekaiser coming down. He's saying he's real mad. I don't know if this might be a premature entry by him, but it looks like Cal Poly doesn't really want to reply. Oh my goodness gracious. Xayah getting hurt as hell here. She goes down. Raka also low. Raka goes down. You still got Mordekaiser doing work. He might go down. There he goes, Silas. with a double kill, and it ends up being a triple for Silas. That is not good.
That is very not good. For a little bit there, you were thinking to yourself, you know, there's no such thing as premature when I'm Mordekaiser. He looked like he had the damage out there to get it done, but Silas ends up dropping into that sweet spot where you can't exactly kill him, and he just does more damage to you, and he heals more, and able to walk away with a triple kill. So this is going to be a problem
For sure.
for Insomnia over right here. I mean, this is a man who's 4-1-2, has a bounty of 300 gold at this point. The farm doesn't necessarily matter. It's his movements on the map that are helping his team out so much. He already has a mythic item.
What is that called? Night Harvester? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite items.
He's already has a mythic item. He already has his boots completed, and he already has some stacks on his Doran ring. So this is
Nautilus
going to be
is pissed.
Yeah.
He's going to try to get this guy here. Silas is Silas is upset. He says, you know what? You're going to go after me. I got a mythic already, man. Don't touch me. Oh, they do want the dragon, though. Yeah, they do want it. Silas going to try. Still going for it. He gets the Nautilus kill. You know, he'll take it. He'll go down there. That's okay. He gives it over. Gives his bounty over. They're going to keep going on this team fights. It looks like Mordekaiser is doing the work. Oh, Blast Cone gets blasted away. And just like that, the team fight is over. That's what happens when you got those little items going on in the jungle. Kind of disrupts whatever you're trying to do. Blast Cone, love that item. I do love it. Item, object, whatever you want to call it. It's a nice little thing. Do a lot of work with that thing.
Yeah, it is something beautiful. I mean, Silas just missing the survivability, but I want to say under 2 seconds over here where that team fights a different story. Able to make some stuff work when he was kind of caught almost in a 1v4 scenario. He had no team to help him out originally. If they made it there a little sooner, that's a different fight.
Absolutely. That's how strong they are together, especially Silas. He has 100% KP, just like the MF from last game. Nautilus taking a little bit of damage, misses his hook. And they're all inning. We have Xayah ult and Nautilus ult right onto the Soraka. She goes down. No more heals for Sivir, and Sivir goes down from that as a respect. Xayah gets a double kill.
Yeah, I mean, they just saw that going much differently in their minds over here. They know that there's no vision into this spot. They have a possible pick on the Nautilus. It doesn't work out, and they end up both dropping for it. And look at Irelia zooming around the map over here, but just gets absolutely eliminated.
Ooh, good move by Fiora there. A W to negate any CC plus a flash. That was a tough thing to get out of. You'll burn the flash for that. Not too bad. Shove the TP in case you got to go somewhere. Xayah and Nautilus get that bot tower. They want to get some gold moving here. Got a couple more gold. Let's see. Silas doing some work. Going to take out this pink. Swain's pissed. He says, no, that's mine. Oh, misses the E. They're still going in together. Swain ults for this. Mordekaiser is here. And this is a tough one for Silas. He goes down after that. He goes down. A little bit of an overcommit, I would say. And now, yeah, they're going to grab Rift. And, you know, that they'll use that Rift somewhere very nicely. I think maybe, I mean, I always use it mid anyway. If the first tower's up, I'll use it mid. But we'll see what they do with that Rift. They're going to claim that. Fiora doing some work. Farming up. It's tough when the Vital's on the, I mean, they always do that to you. They give you the vital you could get, and then they give you the vital you never will get unless you fully engage.
You know, but then at the other hand, you're Tom Kedge, so it doesn't really matter what happens to you. You can somehow win any trade in the whole game.
And that's true. That's what that man does. He is a catfish. You know, if he's not fried up, he's living, and that's why he's so big. Such a large little fish, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I'd love to spend some time down in the river with him to catch my drift.
He's a very nice man.
Yep.
They summon the Rift. Sivir nearly dies. Same with Xayah. Both ADCs very, very low here.
She gets pushed right out onto him. but she doesn't go down for it, which is crazy. The turret not dropping at this point. Really able to pick up a bunch of kills over here. That's going to be a shutdown.
Ooh.
That is so unfortunate that the tower ended up surviving and not able to pick up Soraka. Wow. All right, that is a classic miscommunication. They thought some other stuff was about to happen, which did not. The team was not on the same page to pick up the Soraka. You saw the Nautilus, or the Swain, was so close over there, and he was like, hey, listen, she's dead. And the team not responding, not wanting to die. Then they get this caught in this beautiful spot where now it's an overcommitment. You can't go any further because the turret is still alive, didn't die from the Rift Herald, and you get almost a team wipe.
I mean, look at that turret HP. You need a couple auto attacks on that. Would have been a different play. That's what it comes down to. You know, back in the old C9 days, Season 3, what happened? You know, you have High as the captain. He's communicating. He's getting everything going on. He leaves the team, and then stuff, you know, goes downhill a little bit. That communication is very important.
The good old days of League. Back when Medios would never die. Just play Elise every game. But here we go. Finally, the turret is destroyed over here. We got ourselves a nice, beautiful little dragon fight. Mordekaiser with a beautiful pullback over here to grab 2 of them in this. We got a lot of stuff going on. Knockups going over here everywhere. Fiora has a pick of the litter of who she wants. Tom Kench is going to drop down, healing the whole team. Nautilus making his moves over here. So Raka also dropping. This is looking like a dragon over here from Insomnia. They're starting to turn things around. They had a little bit of a rough patch in these last maybe 2 fights, but things are looking good. Nautilus flashing over to secure that this dragon happens. I respect it absolutely, and he's saying, hey, listen, give me that pink ward. I love getting my vision score up. This is all that matters. And let's see. Nautilus still making some moves over here by himself. He could go down before his team can help him out. There comes the ult in over from the Silas. Swain ulting to try to make things work. He's most likely going to drop down to himself. He does go down, but Mordekaiser's here to say Shazam, and boom, he drops.
Bada bop. But then now he's panicking. He's very scared. You know, he gets caught out by 3. Zaya's here to try to help him out. Zaya's doing some work. Actually, Zaya's doing some work right now. Keep going, keep going. Move, 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 move. Calplay says, I don't really know if you want to do this. Wow. What was that damage?
The classic. Just when you thought you got Mordekaiser dead, he drops his shield on you for 62 billion HP.
Seriously. He sees Tom Kench has a shield. He's like, oh yeah, you have a shield?
Yeah,
check out my shield, man.
My shield's bigger. That's what
Seriously.
he says.
Pretty good by them. Oh, Silas is trying to get this Gromp. I don't know if he really wants to be there right now.
I would love to be there.
He steals Zaya's ult, misses the E. You know, this is tough. He'll just go down, you know, accept it. It's okay. It happens to everyone. It is your own jungle. Can't really blame you necessarily. They just happened to be there. Very unfortunate. Looks like they're going to try to get something here. Some damage on the top tower. Or they're just going to push it and leave. That is 3. I would leave as well. Let's see.
Yeah, they say good things come in 3s. Sometimes you want to push the envelope. Other times you don't. And this is a scenario where it works out for you. So we're seeing a little bit of a comeback story over here. Silas starting to slow down somewhat. I'm not going to say he's coming to a complete halt. I'm not going to say he's falling off, but he's slowing down a little bit. I mean, this is a man we just originally saw 4-1, who's now 7-5. Nautilus, I don't know what you're doing there. Nobody follows up on it. They think the team is around him for him to be engaging at this point, but he doesn't have anybody to help him out.
All calculated by Nautilus there. He definitely knew. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to tease these guys. They think they can get me, but you know what? They don't have the confidence. I don't believe in them.
No, they
don't think they will. But definitely Silas, I mean, look at the CS gap here. Nearly 40 CS.
Yeah, but, you know, CS don't matter on Silas.
Yeah, as long as you got the 12 kills for the passive.
Exactly.
We'll see if he can get that. Definitely doing some work still. Both junglers, very, very strong. probably will end up with close to the highest damage on their respective teams, actually. Zai's gonna farm up, get some farm. 4, 1, and 6, pretty good records. You got that Gale Force and Lord Dominic's, early Lord Dominic's for the Tom Kench and for the Irelia. No armor on the Irelia yet. But, Tom Kench has got the tabbies going for that. What is that? I don't know.
What do you need armor for in this game? You tell me. Exactly.
I don't.
Exactly. You know what they say, damage and lifesteal is the best source of defense. And that can be true sometimes.
I mean, even if you take damage, you're just going to heal it anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Nautilus trying to get a nice little pick in here, but Mordekaiser makes his way over to the back. Look at this. He's dropping it down. The exhaust goes over onto him, but he is still going to wipe Soraka. That's a problem.
Wow.
Silas going down immediately. Mordekaiser,
he's doing some work.
Yeah, he is doing some absolute work. This man is 8-2 right now. This man is a problemo, I believe is the correct word. They might be looking to Baron at this point.
It is a great time. You have 2 dead on Cal Poly. Silas being down, no smite. I think no one's even going to contest this. This is a free Baron. Yeah, they will take the 1,500 gold and the buff. And they will do what they want with it. We'll see what that ends up being. But for now, that is a free Baron for them. And everyone's going to buy some items. And we'll see what the next play ends up being. Tom Kent's going to take a little ward there. What a good man. Dragon coming up. They might rush the dragon. If I were them, I would try to intercept Cal Poly here and go right for the dragon.
Yeah, you saw the back over here coming for the Sivert. I mean, she's going to try to make her way back over here. Hopefully they can get it done before. They can scout it out. They know the dragon is being done, but can they get into the pit and can they take this away at this point? Sivert is still nowhere near to be able to help contest at this point. This is going to come down to a 50-50 smite, but Silas actually gets eliminated so fast that nobody knows what's going on. Mordekaiser coming out here. The soul point goes over to them. This is where you start to go to,
I'm panicked.
Things are going bad to things are going like baddest.
Bad.
Yeah, and the real it is Soraka once again getting ulted over here, but flashes right over. He manages to grab her. At this point, she might be able to go down just from the passive. I mean, you're seeing 400 damage in isolated Q at this point. He didn't even touch her for the last of that. I'm sure he was spamming his emotes and laughing on his screen and in game because she is unable to do anything. This is a steamroll right now. They still have the Baron buff with people down on the other side. They're looking to push this bot turret as well. Fiora were able to give some good thing that was an engage over here to Nautilus, a counter engage right back onto it.
And they're going crazy.
Yep. People die. Nautilus is going to go down. I'm sorry, Nautilus is alive.
How do you do that?
Here. I don't know, but Sivert unable to do the damage to pick it up. Looked like some very good kiting at this point. Another great hook over here. Another great Mordekaiser hook over here. And the TP coming down to Swain, and he makes it right over to the Nexus. Wow.
Fantastic.
That's great.
What a great game.
That's great. I mean, that was a calculated TP. To end the game. I mean, that's when you freeze the minion so no damage can be happen to it. And although you have 2 whole waves pushing into the Nexus and your whole team there as well, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you win these matches.
Absolutely. And, I think that was a pretty good game. Mordekaiser definitely, toward the mid-game, just decides, hey, you know what, guys? I kind of want to win tonight.
Yeah.
So he just goes crazy. And that's what happens.
He did. It was looking like a problem for Insomnia when Silas got such an early advantage at this point. The man got 4 kills and looked like with the ults available for him where he was going to be able to do much more that ended up happening. I think it was one of those things where he just got too overconfident and he was putting himself in positions where you saw 1v3s, 1v4s, scenarios where he was the first one dead on his team, which is not how you want to do it at this point. and that hurt them pretty big. They were never able to bounce back or get back in here. They had been losing dragons and objectives from the start, which was always a problem for them, but the kill advantages they kind of had. So let's take a look over here at this graph, just to kind of show you what went down and what kind of happened at this point. I mean, you can see, look at that. I mean, the man started off 4-1. The man started off 4-1, and he ended up 7-8.
And
not something you want to happen to you.
definitely not. You know, when you have that sort of lead, it's tough to know what to do with it, honestly, especially when you're in something like this where it's a tournament, you're facing this, you know, Insomnia Gaming. Who really knows what's going on? What is this team going to do? Definitely a strong early game from the Silas. Couldn't pull it through to the mid or late game. Mordekaiser ends up just, you know, he says, like I said, he just does what he wants to do. And he says, we're winning tonight, boys. He does it. And I love that, you know, I love that that tie-dye shirt.
Yeah,
There you
beautiful.
go.
Really brings out the hair and from the aspect that I can kind of see from here. But yeah, I mean, such a projective force coming over here from the Mordekaiser. I mean, he was really one of the one that took advantage of the game, knew to kind of ult Soraka, take her out because she's a problem. And she can make things happen that you don't want to happen.
Definitely.
So what a good job over here by him to just be able to get this far ahead. You know, the team as well to make things happen for them. So, as we say, a good job to everybody out there in the games out here. But at the end of the day, somebody has to lose.
That's, you know, that's how it goes. Everything in life, you got a winner, you got a loser. That's just the way it is. I believe that we have an interview coming very soon. Not sure who is it with. It will be a toss-up. It'll be a roll of the die, as they say.
If I had to guess, I'm going to say Brad. Or
Yeah, bread and sup ripper, man. I like that. Listen, I don't know if that's bread, but it looks like bread to me.
it looks like bread to me, too, as well. I know you have, like, what, 38-47 vision? So
Something
you
like
kinda
that. I got
struggle a little
10-10.
bit. Yeah, exactly.
As you can see with the glasses.
That's right. And sometimes like the purple hair gets in the way too of your vision.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like the the dye of it. It looks pretty good. I really do think it looks pretty good.
Thank you. It's a new style. You know, I haven't done too much. I got this little clip up. I haven't done too much with that, so.
No, yeah.
Thank you,
but what do you need to do? That's what, you know, I would say don't mess with perfection.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, we're having this interview coming up. I've been told within the next 37 minutes.
Right now.
Oh, right now.
That's better than 37
like
minutes.
as in now.
Yeah, I'm there.
Bread's here. But not here.
Yeah.
But he's here. Not here.
Yeah, I don't have any webcam.
He's here, though.
No webcam. That's okay. Neither do we. So, first off, congratulations for the game. Very good for you. How much credit do you want to take away from your jungle?
Seriously, this was a little playing up. Like, we knew like Silas would be a big piece of their team. So we just wanted a Marquiser to ult him and put him out of the fight every time. So as you could see, even with the lead he had, he was pretty useless in the team fights and all.
Absolutely.
It's true. I mean, he says Silas is one of those champions that's such a big boy. And be honest with me, on a scale 1 to 8, 7 being the highest, how scared were you when Silas had 4 kills to start off the game?
And really not that much because he really ganked a lot, but he had no resources. He didn't CS at all. If you look at sometimes, I think Marquiser had 50 CS when he had like 25. Yep. So if you compare that to kills, yeah, as the jungle, it doesn't matter much. So we wasn't scared at all.
That's good news to hear. I mean, so it sounds like regardless of if you guys slip up a little bit and these kills are thrown their way and triple kills and stuff like that, you have a game plan to kind of make it back and isolate this one player. which is great, which is great for you. I mean, is that coming? Are you a team that's been playing for a while or what?
ISM is an organization. We have like 7 teams at the moment, but Insomnia Gaming is pretty much more. I would say just for the league. Like we just play Thursday on the league and we have fun. But you're gonna be able to see Insomnia All Star Plat. They are more tryhard than us, and they play like every week at least 3 times. So different mentalities, but we're pretty soft.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did great. I mean, it never looked like I said, unfortunately, a few kills went the other way at this point, but it never looked like it was phasing over their way. It looked like you guys had a pretty good grasp on the game for the most part, especially when it came to objectives. I mean, they were pushed out of everything from minute one, so you can tell that there's that unity between you guys, which is fantastic. I mean, how did you find the organization? They pick you up or what?
I'm the owner, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
pretty much make the
That
choice and
makes that
everything.
makes that makes a little bit of sense then at that point.
Yeah, but that's really cool. But we're French, so English or second language, as you can hear. But I would just want to say, really good job to the caster and all the organization of the Swag Life tournament. It's really nice, and we appreciate it a lot.
Merci. It's very nice. It's very nice of you. I took French class a little bit, so I know the basic stuff, like how to introduce myself, and that's about it. So
That's already good. That's already good.
yeah, that's it. That's all I need, right? At this point,
Exactly.
I can just use you as a translator if I ever need it.
That's true.
Yeah, but seriously, awesome job for your whole team, and it's great that you're an organization that's able to get all this stuff done, and how big you've gotten and how much you've accomplished. I mean, there's not a lot of people out here that can realistically say that. So I want to give you a shout out for making things work and being able to be at the helm of it all.
Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of the season and a good rest of the night.
Yes, thank you. Happy holidays, and I hope to see you in the finals, or I'm gonna be a little sad.
Hope to two Insomnia games in the final would be amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Ciao.
Perfect. So that was a great interview by Insomnia over here, and what we saw from them was something beautiful. It was like a flower that was all its petals were around, and instead of any of those petals falling off, it just blossomed into a beautiful whip.
Which, you know what? You might as well skip, the boring part. You go from the seed, it's ready to blossom, and then
Yeah.
it finally does. And
Yeah,
that's the most satisfying piece.
to me it is.
Absolutely.
To me it is. And he's right. Who cares about the early game? The only thing that matters at the end of the day is if you see a victory on your screen.
Right. Who the hell
And-
won?
Right. No matter who you got to yell at, no matter who you got to blame, number one rule in my book: never take any responsibility for it. There's always somebody else that can be blamed for what happened.
Yes.
And that's how I kind of like to look at it, and it's kind of gotten me pretty far in life. League of Legends also can follow the same suit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how that's how the game goes.
That's it. That's how the game goes.
It really is.
As
Whatever
some
you
people
have
say.
going on in your life, you bring it to League, you make sure everyone knows about it,
Right.
and you're going to have a great solo queue experience.
Yes, absolutely. You got to make friends in the lobby, and
Friends, yeah.
yeah, that's how it should be. Look, sometimes you're not here to win games; you're here to make friends, and I can say that I've made some friends from League of Legends.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think real quick, we're going to go to a little bit of a break, before our last game of the night. It's going to be a real quick one. We're just going to, make sure everyone's fed and going to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So, that's
Yeah.
for people too, My God! Game 3, week 2, SLS. We're already going in. Who do we got banned? Udyr, Mundo, Jinx, Vladimir. Who's that?
That's
the lady?
No, that's Zed with a different mask.
What's her name? I knew her name. What's her name? Renata Glask.
That's right.
I knew that.
That's right. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Aatrox as well. Listen, here's the thing. I think I've maybe played Aatrox one time since the rework.
This is looking very familiar. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is actually looking very familiar.
Dude, you know that's
to
what
me.
happens when you're, you know.
Yeah. So I knew something was wrong. When it was the exacts. Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah. So that's okay. So, you know, some of this stuff happens, not to us, but some of the stuff does happen.
To some people who are smaller,
Correct.
you know. We're just giving you an example.
Yes.
So naturally, this is not the post game. If anything, this would be the pre-game.
It's a little. We're working on our transitions.
Really, it's all the same.
Yeah, so we got
What's the difference?
We got this great like Adobe Flash player or whatever. Never heard of it before, but now you can do all these cool transitions and stuff like that. It's awesome. But yeah, Caston coming out immediately. Don't want anything to do with that. You don't want Castle Win to get out in there.
He's scary
on the Summoner's Rift, and I don't blame him.
You know what? I mean, he's basically got a flash that does damage.
Right.
Boom.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. You know, I don't want to deal with that, so I'll ban him. Viger's out. A guaranteed like 1,300 targeted damage. Click, point and click. You're dead, basically.
True.
You know, you'll get rid of Yone or Yone, whatever the hell his name is.
Younsters.
Such a fun champion as well.
He is great. He can kind of zoom around, which
Better
is always
than
fun.
Yasuo. What do you think? I think his kit is cooler.
I like, you know, I'm a Yasuo lover boy. I do love my Yasuo. I think it's fun that you can kind of just dash through the minions.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
They're both
I mean,
so great.
Yeah, there's nothing like pure bliss though of getting 10 deaths on Yasuo. Yone it just doesn't do it for me.
Right. Fair enough. It is a meme, you know, Yasuo, you know, your team has, you know, you're in solo queue, you got a Yasuo, you're going to lose most likely.
Right.
Zach and Sejuani comes out as bans on Heart's team. They really don't want to deal with the tank jungles. And either way, Cal Poly D1. Last game was Cal Poly D3. They're different teams. This is D1 this game. They're going to pick Hecarim. I played Hecarim the other day. You know, they consider him, you know, he's fall off or whatever. He's still a great jungler. I think he still does a great job. You take Ghost, you kill little freaks. You come in at 700 movement speed. What is someone going to do?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, one of those champions that can kind of lean a couple ways depending on how you build him.
Yep.
Right now, I think he's very strong, kind of going that bruiser, almost like tankish type thing because he's just very hard to kill. The Shen is finally picked after we've seen him banned, I believe, every game this week over
Can't
here,
blame him.
paired up with the little Mumu child.
That is scary.
Yeah, so that's looking like a hard engage.
Wow.
But they answered back possibly with a Dr. Mundo.
And we saw him 2 games ago.
Yeah, and fun
he
fact,
did work.
Dr. Mundo has actually forgot his name before. That's true.
I know he goes where he pleases, but
Yeah.
that's true.
He says in one of those things, he says his name so much because he once forgot his name.
Not the pixel. Hey, you know when you drop your phone and it's like screen side down and you're like, "Oh my god." You pick it up.
You don't want
Big reveal.
Yeah.
Thank God it didn't crack. Oh my god.
Yeah, a
Silas.
pick, very good pick right into here. Always a good pick. I'll never say he's not a good pick.
Here's my question. Why aren't 2 Silases per team allowed?
Oh, that would be great.
He should be able to have 2 Silases. That's how cool he is.
Yeah.
Give me the Vayne. Please. Wait, did he lock it? He did. He locked it. Yes. So Shen, Amumu, Vayne, this is already looking hot. They're going to take out Caitlyn. No shit. Vayne gets hurt bad early game from Caitlyn. You'll take that.
Yeah, but who else are you going to take out? Draven?
Draven.
What do you think? I mean, at this point, you just want to ban out the 80k.
That's the thing. If you pick Vayne, you can just do whatever you want if you have the items mid to late game. At that point, and you have Shen and Amumu. Akshan, he's out of there. Sivir's gone. Makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. You got the taunt from Shen. You got the Q bandage and ult from Mumu-san. You don't want that guy doing that. We'll take the spell shield out of the game. Yasuo's gone. So no Yone or Yas.
Did you break it?
Lucky.
That's it.
Trundle locked in.
That's
Who's that?
close.
Whoa, who's that guy? Oh my god. Who is that? Get him out of there. Jesus. I can't believe that. Did you see that too? Was that a ghost or what? Man? Jeez, man.
Yeah, no social awareness has left the building. He had no idea what was going on over here. He went to pick up something. And
Hey, it's tough. It's over there. It used to be over there.
He had no clue he was on camera
Wow.
for those first 6 seconds.
A Braum.
Yeah, but a Braum pick,
I love Braum.
pretty good. Yeah, you're looking at a pretty tanky team over here for D1.
Seriously. I need some damage going on.
Yeah, where is this damage going to come from?
Ash. Listen, we'll take that.
Ash can have the damage.
Quite the front line. No real diving going on.
Yeah, I mean, it is good. It's good. It's tough for me on paper to give it to D1 right now. But we'll see. I think the protection is so there for the Vayne.
And you know what?
I think
this
it really
makes
is a
so much
problem.
sense as a comp from Heart. You have Vayne for true damage. I don't care if you have tanks. I'm Vayne. I don't care. You have Trundle, who's going to ult and take away all their stats regardless. And then he becomes the tank. Doesn't matter to him. Vlad is going to steal all your health. He's going to do a bunch of magic damage to you. What are you going to build as Mundo Braum? Hecarim, if he goes Bruiser. I think that's the only option here. Shen's going to be tanky. Amumu's going to be tanky. Trundle's going to be tanky. What are you going to do? This is going to be an interesting game. So many high HP, high resist, high armor champions, typically with typical builds, going on in this game on both teams. And we're going to load right in here. I do need that scoreboard. There it is. Oh, whoa. Okay, we're back. Here we are.
It's a little tease right there.
And listen, don't forget that QR code there. I understand it's
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing it in between the breaks over here right now, and I've been watching some of it, and I'm gonna tell you what, that game's incredible. The Star Trek Fleet Command.
Yeah.
My lord, I was captivated. I didn't even know 10 minutes went by. I was sitting here thinking to myself, wow. And when you docked your ship right in front of me, I loved it.
That's all you really got to do.
That made me want to download it. I'll tell you that right now.
That's what's so cool about it. All you got to do is scan the QR code. You install the game. You get to the second ship. and then SLS gets money to contribute to the prize pool.
Right, and there's a terminology for the game. I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. You said you wanted to do some docking with me. Is that right? It
I
has
will happily
multiplayer?
dock with you.
Yeah, it has some multiplayer aspects, right?
Yeah, you know,
you can dock with friends.
Yeah, I'll dock with you for sure, and I can dock with this other guy and this other person. You know, I'll do whatever kind of docking is necessary, as long as I gain the resources. You know, it's very important to gain the resources.
You're gonna have to get the resources out of me if you want.
You know, I will work to grab those as much as I need to. That's very important to me. Wait, this is the Mumu support. I love this.
Yeah, throw those little
This is gonna be
bandages.
interesting.
Throw those little bandages into some people. What are they supposed to do?
I'm surprised I just
That's
realized
what I've
this.
always said.
Heckram already done with the buff. Where's he going? Oh, where's he going?
He's going straight over to the red buff.
Oh,
They
okay.
had a beautiful little ward on here, so they can kind of see the action. He might be able to totally sneak in here because
Wow.
they were able to get this momentum over here. That's going to be a red buff over here. So D1 pulling out early to get his advantage. He's going to 3-buff him.
Hey, you know what? You will take that if you can get it, and that's what that.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a play. You know, you ward there. You know, the buff that they don't start at, you ward it. See if they're gonna start
it.
there. They of course they don't. Naturally,
Trundle's gonna be
people
in
usually.
for a rude surprise in a little bit. He goes back over here. He's gonna do his little Grompy, and get that done, and then start to make his way back over here. He knows that he has. I think Trundle looks.
Trundle
he's gonna
mid
hit for a
here
gank
is
over here in
looking
the
like
mid
he's
lane.
going in. Mid lane is doing some work. It looks like Vlad's almost dead. Silas has to burn flash. Trundle flashes after him, going in with the Q, bites him. He's gonna. Ooh!
Oh!
Wow!
Wow!
So if I'm Silas, I am very upset. I burned flash. I nearly killed Vlad. Vlad gets that untargetable W with his pool and says, you know what? I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah, I mean, just unfortunate timing that you weren't able to get it off right before he's able to proc that W and go into his blood pool. That is rough to
You
start
know,
the game off.
It is. That's, you know, Heckram grabs the red, but Silas ends up dying. I wouldn't say necessarily that's the cause. I don't even think Trundle has checked his red yet. He's doing those little raptors. He's going to go over there and be like, oh, where is it? But Heckram definitely took that. Silas is already back in lane farming up.
Let's see.
Yeah,
his
there he goes.
surprise. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Dana!
Oh my
He's
God!
like, "Oh."
You've just been pranked. You've just been pranked, Trundle.
Hit that thing, yeah. You'll grab the Krabby. Look at, there he is.
Look at that little juice.
Eat him.
Oh, he
doesn't want to. He wants to go top for the gank. He says no. Oh, he says yes. I'm going to go top for the gank. It's warded. What will he do? Is he going to have enough? You're going to have some sort of... Ooh, the W for Stone flashes from Mundo. That's
Is
good.
it enough? They don't have the range to be able to take him down. So little TPA Mundo is able to walk right out of that.
I do like that skin because he throws the trophy and it makes such a gorgeous sound. It goes bonk. It's, you know, it's a good sound. He gets out of there with a flash burned. Trundle, I think, will take that and then he'll do the crab anyway. He does, you know, you want to grab the crab as that jungle. He's going to go into the blue Cal Poly D1.
Yep.
He's going to go into their jungle and see if there's anything going on. He says no. He's going to back. Bot lane, we got actually a massive CS gap here between Ash and Vayne. A 15 difference. 14 slowly dwindling. We'll see what Vayne can get here when it's under the tower. It's always tough under the towers, Vayne early game. You gotta get those tumbles. Try to time them properly for that farm. Vladimir, 10 CS gap. Not too bad. 5 minutes. That's how it goes. We'll see what goes on down there. Vayne's catching up. Looks like she got most of those. Hagrid's gonna take the drop. Flashes that. Gorgeous little sticker. We love Soraka. Except for when she's on the enemy team.
Correct.
She's healing, and I will murder her. So.
Double correct. Yeah, I mean, Ash can just take advantage of this laning phase. I mean, that's why they picked her over here.
Yep.
Is just someone that's able to poke Vayne every time she wants to get to CS. She also has the ability to kind of chase down Vayne. I think with the Amumu, you have that engage to kind of make things work. It's a nice pick. So it's just going to be how this first fight ends up. That's kind of the deciding factor for me. do they get the right stuff that's needed?
I was thinking it was going to happen at this dragon, but it looks like there's definitely vision on this dragon from Cal Poly. They see bot lane coming in. They see Trundle doing this. I think they're just not going to contest this.
What can they
They
do?
don't really have the choice at this point. It's going to go over to Heart. What is their full name? Something Heart.
Hand heart.
I like the emblem a lot. Or the
It is nice.
Enemy heart. Oh, I see.
heart.
So he took the enemy's heart.
Oh my god, that's
Dang.
scary. That's scary.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So enemy heart gets the dragon, the first dragon of the game. Infernal Drake. Gotta love him. He'll
Yeah.
take that free damage.
I mean, that is a good name. I mean, there's some people out there that have taken my heart too as well. You know what I mean? So I can kind of relate to
It's
that.
tough because you can't really control that piece. You know?
No.
It just happens sometimes.
Right.
Man, this Amumu support is so scary. If I see Amumu, I'm running away. I can't imagine him being in my lane the whole time. I'm scared of this guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna bandage me.
He's
not
just-
even 60. I am scared of him, man.
Yeah,
He's got exhaust.
He's got his 2 bandages over there now. He'll follow you. There's not much you can do. I mean, Braum has somewhat of the ability to kind of stop it, but yeah, he can definitely make something happen. So far, pretty even in the bot lane now. Trundle going to be able to get his red buff for the first time.
There he
I'm
goes.
sure he's excited about it.
Yep. Pretty even game, like you said. Nothing too crazy going on. Red buff is always fun to have. Hecarim's going mid, it looks like. Gonna go in on the Vlad. He has the E.
Silas with
Did not
no
pop the
mana,
ghost.
though,
He's gonna
but
pop that.
Vladimir
Ooh.
doesn't have enough damage, but he has the ability to just walk away.
And see, that's a great
Yeah.
pull by Vlad. He goes basically on the tail end of that Hecarim E. Makes sure he cannot get the pushback. Hecarim's going in with another E. He
Yeah,
knows
this-
Vlad does not have the pull here. He's going to still do some damage. Ult with the fear. Vlad flashes in place, I think.
But he gets out of it. I mean, I'm waiting for the moment where Silas was unable to pick up an assist at that point, and Hecarim just gets a solo kill in the lane, but not able to make things happen. Vladimir, a little bit of a trickster too as well, and gets straight out of a repeat gank.
I mean, he should have been dead.
He should have been.
He flashed in place. He should have been dead there. But you know what? As the king of blood, you just kind of do what you want sometimes. You know, I don't
That's
want
right.
to die. I'm not going to die. That's how it goes.
So that's exactly right. And I remember when we were also going to donate some blood, and they said that you were unable to because of the hepatitis. But that's okay. It's the thought that counts realistically.
Well, you know, that's really unfortunate for them because I am O negative. That is the universal blood type. I'm sure they were very sad to hear that I had Hep A.
Yeah, not as debatable.
I
mean,
shared a drink and then I just
Yeah.
have Hep. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am
I
I
hate
supposed to
that.
do?
Yeah, I hate. It's not even like you got a cool story behind it.
Not even.
It's just that you.
Hey, I
were
was
at
here.
at a bar.
Yeah,
and
it's just
you got
bullshit.
it.
It's just God. How do you know all my stories, man?
I've lived them.
No. Come on.
The Rift Herald going right over to
Cal Poly D1.
D1 over here.
They'll be taking it.
So that's it. But he's gonna say, hey, listen, remember that time you took my red buff? Guess what? Guess what? Hold on. He's about to say
Mine. That's
that's
mine.
it. Yeah, that's mine. That's mine right there.
He will definitely take that with pride. He wants it bad. Vladimir, not really too worried. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to heal 141 HP with my Q. I don't care about you. I have a health pot. I have a refillable little potion that refills on my back.
That's right.
I will just keep healing and healing Silas.
Rom looking for the engage
Oh,
over
he
here.
flashes
Vayne?
in.
Vayne?
Oh,
Look at this.
no. Where is Vayne?
I want to play a game of how far can your 80 carry get by the time you start taking damage. Because that was just, hey, listen, man. Like, that's something you see in solo queue.
Honestly,
It
yes.
really is. I guess at a certain point, you kind of realize, like, hey, listen, buddy, you're dead.
Yeah.
But that was like, you're dead.
Right, you're like,
It wasn't-
hey,
wasn't-
you're saying in the comms,
Yeah.
you know, while it's happening, hey,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
man, you're dead. Sorry, man, but
Yeah.
I'm peacing out.
Before anything
That was
happened.
shameless.
Yeah, that was great. I love that.
And it's crazy because Hecarim was coming in right there with the Rift as
Yeah.
well. So it's almost like Vayne has a foresight or future telling there.
That's what I'm saying.
Very
But
interesting from
the
Vayne.
bot lane actually end up being able to be taken and go down right here, which leaves a scenario of do you put
Dragon.
Vayne in the long lane and just kind of have her solo farm? Because that is a very real possibility where you start to work as other 4 around the map and just let her farm it up.
And
She
that is
is
what
going to be overextended at some points, but she gets a ton of solo XP and a ton of farm.
And that's what she loves to do in top lane. She'll love to do in the bot lane. It
They're
looks
going to
like
give that up
Yep.
immediately.
Cal probably just
Vladimir
gonna take the
easily
dragon.
leaving.
It's gonna be-
Trundle all the way at the base at this point. But now they're starting to change the call in here and say, hey, listen, go in.
and they'll still grab it. Looks like Hecarim's gonna ult. Ashe goes down. That is Amumu. He's gonna do some bandages. Zhonya's out. Make sure that he is alive. He is alive. And wow, enemy heart doing some damage. And they say no survivors. That is a 4-kill dragon. That is lovely for them. Enemy heart just did some work right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Um,
They'll take the chem tech.
Yeah,
or
the
Infernal
breakdown
Drake,
on that
and-
one is you kind of Vladimir was kind of the tell-all. He was over here in the river brush. He kind of was stuck between both things. They know Sylas was coming over because he left the lane.
Yep.
They know the dragon's being taken. They have vision on it all. And there was a certain call where you can kind of see him back away at this point. Whatever happened, whoever the shot caller at this point reversed it and said, hey, listen, we have the AoE ults. We got a bunch of stuff. I think we should go in on this rather than just giving it up. They go in on it. They lose the dragon, but they get 4 kills in that placement over here. Now we got ourselves a beautiful little fight. Ashe doing a ton of work, just able to kite everything. Rom taking the kill immediately as Vlad pops up. No way to counterplay or get a up there. Ashe dropping it all. Is it going to be enough? It looks like it
Ooh!
is. Beautiful.
Lateral
And
flash.
that's where this
Lovely.
Ashe starts to scale. I mean, you saw it. You kite, you kite, you kite, and you can forward kite, you can backwards kite, you can kind of do anything at this point. Which is
Perma-slow.
incredible. Yeah, it's a perma slow. You can't
tough.
move anywhere. Shan going to go down. He has
I think he is, right? He'll
nowhere to
down.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, hostile avocado.
That's
Yeah, he takes
I like
he
that.
takes him down, and that's a wash. So what you had to, hey, listen, we're gonna lose the dragon, we're gonna get 4 kills, turns into, hey, we're gonna lose the dragon, we're gonna get 4 kills, but they're gonna get 3 back immediately.
seriously.
And that's something that you don't want to happen. I mean, there's no reason to be in the positions that you just were. Mid lane, nothing can happen. You're just kind of pushing it by yourself when Braum and Ashe show up. Top lane, nothing can really happen. I mean, realistically, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just unfortunate that you were able to give that up, because if you take a look back at it and you say to yourself, why, you're going to be shocked at the answer.
Absolutely. And it looks like Trundle gets his second red buff, which I love to see.
Third.
His third red buff. I know his first one was stolen.
And then he stole Hecarim back for a second one.
Doing some work here. They're tackling mid. They want to... Oh, they see Trundle over there.
Let me give you a hug. Let me give you
Kind of a little bit of not much going on. They're just gonna, farm up. It is that point in the game. 15 minutes is kind of the lull.
Yeah, sometimes it's the shift that starts coming into here. So we've seen a dragon being fought for. We know what enemy heart can do. Are they going to be able to repeat that process is the big question that I kind of have here, because they were able to get some picks that, if they don't get it, is it the same outcome? We're starting to see Ashe kind of flaunt it a little more and be able to look like, hey, listen, I have my Braum. He can kind of block all these shots for me. Try to do something to me. I'd love to see it, because I'm going to kite you to the end of time.
You know what? They're both Freljord, and it just so happens to be that they have very heavily synergizing hits. You know, Braum got that slow on you from the Q or an auto attack. Ashe is going to stack those on you, slow you the whole time, and you probably get a stack on you. Vlad ghosts in here. They're full engaged. Braum ult going in. It looks like Bane is going to get attacked from the Amumu ult. Trundle goes down. Amumu goes down. There he goes. Silas as well. And wow. Okay. So that was okay. Okay. All right. Well, that is an ace. That is an ace from Cal Poly D1.
So the problem I have for Enemy Heart right now is they can't win this game from how it's looking like. I mean, you're doing everything that you want to do. You want to give Vayne that space that she needs, and she absolutely has it. I mean, you saw the Amumu defensive there. He was locking multiple people up with the ult. Everybody is doing their jobs at this point because their win condition is, in fact, Vayne. Vayne has all the space needed to be done, and even with that, D1 is able to overpower everybody on the other team and get over there to Vayne. I mean, you have to start looking at it and say, listen, the problem isn't us. The problem is the other team at this. Everybody, I'm going to reiterate again, everybody did their job in that last fight, and you still lost it. That's an issue at this point.
Absolutely. And it's tough when Ashe has this Kraken Slayer. You know, you got Shen full tank, you got Trundle, he's got the Tabby. He looks like he's going for, what is that? She's got Sheen, a Hammer, and a Tiamat. I'm not sure what's building there, but he's not too tanky just yet. The Kraken Slayer, regardless, a load of true damage. It's going to be tough. Vayne definitely needs hard peel against that team. You got Hecarim diving in, Silas can dive in, Braum with a huge penetrating ult.
The peel is there, though. The peel is there, and we just witnessed it of them saying, okay, Vayne who? I've killed 4 of your teammates. I'm coming for you. It's not like Vayne is the first person to die. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about this. Oh, and the nice little zone is over here. Actually, very well played by the Vladimir. He able to dodge just about everything.
I mean, he came out with full health.
Yeah.
Silas a little late on the Zonias, did not dodge the full Vlad ult damage. He still lives regardless, whatever. You know, you got the broken stopwatch, you'll save it for the Zonias. Gonna keep farming. Looks like he wants to go in. This is a Braum, Hecarim, Silas. Ashe arrow barely misses. They're gonna take out Vlad. CC the whole time. He's got a Braum ult, knocks him up. He's got stunned from that. You know, I mean, he just CC'd the whole time. They're gone. Mundo's gonna take the tower and try to leave.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where Shen is so good at that he's a very good farmer, but he can let that wave shove into him. And for most matchups, they can't abuse and take this turret like Mundo is, simply due to the fact that he's able to block the only form of CC that Shen has, which is his taunt. So he can continue to push this turret as much as he humanly wants to, and there's nothing Shen can do to get the target to tower him. And it's a little rough. It's a little rough. If you're Shen, you're doing what you can. You're doing your best to keep up and farm. You're down 50. You're only down 2 deaths. Shen is one of those champions that he does work pretty well. I mean, he has once an item or two. He does what he needs to do. But you can look at this thing right over here at the board. He's an entire item behind.
He is
at that point, and that's always an issue.
Mundo with the Spear of Visage, always scary with the bonus healing on the ults. And in general, he's always regenerating so much HP. Any damage you're doing to Shen probably just gonna end up being negated. Vayne gonna grab the red buff, make sure that she's ready for the next fight. Well, she'll take the XP and the gold from the buff. Trying to grab his Raptors real quick. I see a ping from Cal Poly D1 on Baron. They maybe want some vision on that. And we'll see what we end up getting here. So lanes are pushed out from enemy hearts. Amumu is gonna take this ward out. Hecarim sees him. He says, I don't think so. That's my ward. Don't you damn touch it, boy! And then he dies.
Unstoppable.
You know, that's what happens. People really say Heckman has just fallen off as a jungler, but I just don't think so. I don't think he can, just because of the way he operates.
Who do you know that says that? 'Cause I've never heard that.
That's what I see statistically on certain sites, and they'll take Baron at 21 minutes. That is 1,500 gold and Baron buff.
That's a
Now
quick Baron.
roughly an 8k gold lead from Cal Poly D1 over Enemy Heart. 3 bounties on them as well. Heckrim, 5, 1, and 3, 550 gold bounty. He's going to summon the Rift top lane and back. Interesting. Mundo's going to stay there with him, make sure that the Rift gets the charge off, do a shitload of damage to the tower with the Rift, hurt Shen. It looks like everyone's coming into Mundo, though. I think he goes down here. You know what? You'll take the charge. The Rift did its job. It did the charge. Mundo will die for that. They will do it. And they take the gold, and they're going to finish that up. Grab the dragon here. It looks like they're going to take their 3rd dragon, this time Chemtech. And there it goes.
You know what to say, good things happen in threes. Poor little Vladimir hit by the ult. Hit by the Ashe ult, but team was just a little too far away to make anything happen at that point. Oh, and Silas actually just gets eliminated. He's kind of 1v4 scenario that just happened to be a little too pushed up at that current moment in time, and he's gone. Although he's 1 in 4, he still has the utility that his team needs to make a lot of this stuff happen. Whether it's through the Shen ult, putting it on the Ashe for Heckram for these engages, or anybody else, he really has 4 amazing ults to grab here. Heckram knows his power, making things happen over here. Braum has his back too as well. The Heckram ult drops. The Trundles are going to go down immediately at this point. I'm sorry, the Shen is going to go down immediately at this point. That's a little bit of a rough time. Yeah, there's a problem right now, and this problem is named Heckram. I mean, look at this boy go. He's zooming around the whole map over here. Amumu trying to make something work. Vayne trying to do what she can to kite with the tower, but she's going to go down at this point. Heckram comes immediately back in and just zooms straight into the map and erases them. That is an ace going over to D1.
Fantastic by these guys. They're showing, you know, Enemy Hearts had a lead, Cal Poly D1's had a lead. It keeps going back and forth. I like this sort of game where you can't really necessarily tell who is going to do, you know, anything that really brings them out on top at any time. Naturally, Cal Poly, of course, had that massive gold lead, but I mean, just recently it was just 11%. Then they got the ace. Now it's 16 times. So
yeah,
it can still work.
Heckram's hit his Pony Boy stage where he's dealing a lot of damage, he's not taking a lot of damage, and he's surviving everything, and he's assassinating everything.
Hydra, Muramana, Aegis,
yeah.
and cooldown.
Although Vayne 5 and 2, which is kind of somewhat of a hope for Enemy Heart over here. Is it the right hope? Is it someone that's going to be able to take down this whole enemy team? Because you're looking at a scenario where you have to maybe wipe 3 to 4 players by yourself through outplaying them. And it's hard when there's a lead in certain people's hands where it's just very rough. Like people like Mundo.
Heckram. I mean, he died.
Yeah.
You're feared. People are going to jump on you as Vayne.
Right.
Of course, you can go in this, but it's going to heavily depend on your own mechanical skill as the Vayne.
But
as a mechanical champion, you got to be able to do your work.
It is, but sometimes even the mechanics aren't enough. I mean, I think the Vayne has been positioning herself very well.
Oh, she's going to take Mundo here.
Yeah, Mundo.
She can do it.
a
Come
ton
on.
of damage.
Come on, Vayne. You can do this. Yeah, take him out. Boom. See? And you're making him, and there he goes. And
Boom.
you'll take that. listen, it's tough as the Vayne when you're going against a huge tank like that. You'll take the damage.
Yeah, but
You know,
imagine just two other
huge
players
true damage.
involved in that scenario. That was a Shen used. That was your.
Oh, you're right. That's
that
true.
was your mythic a shield bow use. That was your ult use. That was pretty much everything you have used except for your summoner spells. That's an issue for
It's
one
tough in the
player.
jungle,
for
you know.
one player,
Yeah, it's definitely tough in the jungle. I didn't see a condemn stun.
you can't condemn him.
He's not. He's
It
just
doesn't.
immune.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah, he's just
Ridiculous.
immune to it over there. So there's no point of even using your condemn.
Unreal.
Crazy part is, I remember back in the day.
Huge ult by Hecarim. Trundle gone. And they are just going through and just
Vayne
absolutely
eliminated.
wiping
That's your
enemy
hope
heart.
god right here.
They are wiping enemy heart, absolutely destroying them. The Hecarim ult hits 4, and that's another ace. And you know they do a repeat play of
30
blast.
second death timer.
I think it's an end.
No, it's
Do they have the
it's
wave?
close. It's possible that it can be
Mundo
an
could
end
take
here.
this.
It's
He has
possible,
his
yeah.
ult. He can take this and just end the game. And that's exactly what they're going to go for
That's
here.
it. I mean, yeah, you got all 5 players alive.
Unreal. Wow. Yeah,
And
so
that's
they'll
it.
take the game. That's what happens. You get an ace, you get another ace. It's tough to go against it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what the word. What's the word? You can't really do anything against the push when no one's alive. Mm-hmm. 2 aces in a row. You're gonna take a bunch of objectives, and they finally get the Nexus. Cal Poly
Yeah.
D1 coming out with a win there.
Very hard, very hard. I think, I can relate kind of to how it is for an 80 carry at that point. You almost can't put it on Vayne. She did such a good job distancing herself from the whole fight. It was just this Hecarim in other people's abilities to survive everything else that enemy heart had thrown at them, to the point where it was like, okay, all right, once again, Vayne, you're the only one alive, but we have 4 of us, or we have 5 of us alive at this point. There's nothing you can do, even if you're, one of those great Vaynes out there. It's still hard at that point. There was the fight where she went down about 3rd in the very one where they ended it. It's over at that point. I mean, I think Hecarim's presence was just so massive, and the damage coming back from the Ashe too as well to back it up. You have no shot.
Yeah, and that's, if you look at the damage chart on this post-game match stats here, you see enemy heart, they have some damage from Vayne, and they have some damage from Choo Choo there. They're hitting around 40k with that. The rest of them are in the single digits, thousands for damage. Cal Poly D1 doing a shitload of damage across the board. It's tough, you have these high CC champions. Hecarim diving right in, making sure that whoever he wants dead is going to die. He goes right through anyone, unstoppable with his ult. He does what he needs to do. And like you said, a dominating presence from that guy. Ashe as well, a fantastic performance from both Hecarim and Ashe. Definitely doing some work for their team and pushing them to the win.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see for the most part, there was like a 3k gold difference for most people between D1 to enemy heart at this point. And as you can see right here is the Vayne actually did the most damage in the whole game. So once again, doing her job, and that's how this team was set up to be. It was like, hey, listen, we're going to protect you. We're going to be able to do the engage. We're going to be able to do peel for you. And it swings back to as much peel as you had, as much sustainability as you had. It's just simply not enough for how the game got out of control over here. And you always got to think these teams are going into these matches either through scrimming or figuring out what works and what doesn't work for them. And they said to themselves, hey, listen, Vayne's the way to go. We want Vayne to be our sort of carry to help us, and they're going to win this matchup. And as much as Vayne did, the team just, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. I think, once again, everybody did their job, but they just got overpowered. And it's one of those things where it doesn't seem like it was like a skill loss or anything like that. It was simply you lost it from the champion select, and you need to start figuring out a little bit more of, hey, listen, here's what we got to do to cover this and that, or we need to take away the Hecarim at this point because he has the ability to just dive the back line and erase our Vayne, even though Vayne can do pretty well against the Hecarim even with a cleanse. So it just, on paper, beautiful, fell apart in the game.
And that's what it comes down to is, Vayne, like you said, most damage in the game, but can't 1v5.
No.
Can't 1v5. And I'm not going to say that the rest of Enemy Heart wasn't doing anything necessarily, but definitely Vayne is your pivotal win condition there, like you said before as well. But it is a 5v5. You can't have Vayne do everything necessarily. You need some more damage from the other members.
Right.
It's tough. You got Mundo. You can't move this guy. You can't do anything against this guy.
True.
Hecarim's diving in there with his ult. It's Ashe is kiting you all around. It's a tough one, and they end up with the win.
Yeah,
with a win.
And that's just how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. But huge shout out to every team that we've had today. Huge shout out to the interviews that we've had today. It was a nice surprise to be able to get in here and talk to some people from the league and kind of get their takes on how they've been feeling so far. Week 2 up into here, we have some people that are very confident and say, "Hey, listen, we're going to sweep this whole thing." And then we have other people who are saying, we're having a lot of fun. We're a great organization that's able to play all the time. We want to take our talents over here and see if we can reciprocate and do what we've been doing in other leagues, and that's get to the top and win it all. But it's only time will tell. We'll figure out what happens. I mean, we still have a lot of time to go. This is only week 2 we're talking about.
True.
There's a lot of stuff for being able to improve, especially, and we'll be here for it.
Oh, absolutely. We got plenty of time to go. All these teams, they have games that are casted. They have games that are not casted. You can check all those standings on the Swag Life Series site. Gorgeously developed and designed.
Yeah.
You will see any team standings that you want to see on there.
Stats.
Yep. Stats, individual stats, fully brought in.
Schedule for the game.
Real time.
Everything. So, I mean, it really is. You're right. It is beautifully crafted. A great website. It was designed, and that's SLS or swaglifeseries.com, and you can kind of stay up to date and figure out what's what, when the streaming times are, which is every Thursday at 7 p.m. If you didn't know that, you can also go to the site and figure out everything's up there. And we're going to have a lot more coming soon as well. This is work in progress, and we can only do it because of you guys, and we appreciate all of that.
Absolutely. That's what it comes down to is the people who are watching. We're doing it for y'all. We want to make sure that we're providing a decent to high quality broadcast. We want to make sure that it's something worth watching, something that you think that is worth devoting your time to watch. Even if it's in the background, you're playing the game, you got SLS on the other monitor. That's what I do with a lot of stuff. We try our best. We're trying to get out there, make sure that we can provide a decent level of content for League of Legends, provide an experience for amateurs or people that are actually pretty good, as we've seen. Make sure that everyone can have their competitive experience. So that's what we want to make sure we can do. Further, we can enable that a little bit more. I know I've said this a couple times. Star Trek Fleet Command. It's a mobile app. They've sponsored us today. All you gotta do, scan that QR code, play the game for a little bit. It's pretty fun, to be honest. I've been playing a little bit this whole time. Any money we get for that is going to go directly to the prize pool. So then anything that happens in the future, it will be any sponsorship money goes to the prize pool directly for you guys to then collect, assuming you are winning toward the finals.
True. Yeah, that's where the other part comes
The
into. You got
the winning.
You got to win the whole thing. So you kind of got to split your time between the Star Trek Fleet Command and SLS and your life. Now, where you rank that in that category, I'm going to help you out a little bit. Is going to go SLS, Star Trek Fleet Command, and the rest of your life. That's just a little secret that I go with, and it's got me this far. So if there's anything I can do to help you out, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's some words of wisdom.
You know, and we want to provide. There is a reason we give all of the money from the sponsorship to the prize pool. We're not doing it to get a bunch of money. We're doing it so, you know, the experience of the SLS can be improved. We want to make sure that people are playing for a reason. Of course, you have the competitive drive. You want to play against other teams that are also looking to be competitive. But having, you know, a little bit of an extra incentive in the form of, I mean, money, the most universal
Right.
thing possible in that case, doing these sort of things helps us, you know, provide that for you guys. So that's you know, download, use the QR code, grab it, and it's going right to the prize pool.
That's true, and they're also doing, I think, a trophy and certificates this year that you won the SLS. I mean, outside of winning the prize pool, you're winning bragging rights. I mean, there's only been a few SLS champions
Yep.
out there, and I've heard someone put it on their job resume. I've heard that some of them just tell random strangers at a bar, "Hey, listen, I want an SLS thing," and people go, "Oh, Swag Life Series?" And it's a conversation starter.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Listen, you
And,
gotta pick up some people. You'll pick them up with the SLS.
Exactly. So, you know, there's a lot of people out there that know what's going on, and we're glad that you're a part of it across the globe. And yeah, it's been beautiful.
We appreciate you guys watching. Absolutely. And I guess, you know, we'll see you next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. roughly. You know,
That's right.
I know we started a little late tonight, but
That's it. 7
happens.
p.m. varies.